Hey guys, Pichu here, and what I'm showing you is the full points, the points that were added from the stage points from stages 1 and 2 and stage 3. Even though wins get you into the playoffs, I added the points up just so we can determine who which drivers qualify for Eldora, because is only capable of holding 30 cars in one race, and it would take a complicated set of instructions to extend it to 40, all 40 cars, and besides, probably the pit stalls wouldn't fit all of them, so it would have taken forever to probably set the track up to 40 cars, and it might not even be possible, like I said. So we're gonna have a different kind of format here for the Eldora race before All Star Weekend at New Hampshire, and of course the World Tour, and of course the playoffs. And so a win gets you into the playoffs. We do know that we'll keep that, but we're adding the points up together because we still have to determine a regular season champion. Of course, the regular season champion gets 15 playoff points, and second is 10, and the others go down from there. So they get playoff point bonuses for that. So anyway, this is the points, the full points all added up together, and these are the drivers that are going to be in which race. So here are the top 10 drivers in points: Anthony Lopez, Zach Fitzwater, James Richardson, Jagger Vincent, Paul Barber, Eric Martinez, Grayson Acevedo, DJ Curtis, Ethan Sale, and Tony Green. They're the top 10 in points. They will Therefore, those top 10 drivers will automatically qualify for the main feature at Eldora. Eldora is going to have two heats, and then there will also be a consolation race for the 10 drivers that did not make it through from the heat races into the main feature. And then, of course, there's a 30 car main feature. So here are the other points, and you notice that they are designated with H1 and H2. That determines which heat they'll be running in. So the drivers in the odd numbered standings are going to be in Heat 1, and the even numbered standings are going to be in Heat 2. So Josh Crash, Luke Walker, Leia Walker, Ferdinand Gabot, Julius Anderson, Alexander Rowe, Emmanuel Magnuson, Amat Seyuan, Kev Shear, John Gilbert, Ethan Wicken, Philip Goldberg, William Brock, Eric X Powers, and Pichu. They'll run in Heat 1. Heat 2 will have Emmanuel Harnett, Kelly Crosby, Chandler Caudell, Jay Jefferson, PJ Williams, Paul Minnick, Alex Hawkins, Pedro Delgado, John Andrews, Harjal Alonso, Mason Powers, Cullen Francis, Johnny Gardner, Tyson Aquino, and Cody Smart, all in Heat 2. So each heat will have 15 cars, and only the top 10 in each heat will advance into the main feature to make it a full 30. The 10 drivers eliminated will be running in a consolation race that'll give out points for them as well. So the two heats, the consolation race and the main feature race, will give out points. The first three will give out the regular stage points. Top 10 get points, 10 to 1 scale, like you would get in a stage 1 or stage 2. However, playoff points will not be handed out for that Eldora race. There'll only be 5 playoff points on the line at Eldora, and that only goes to the winner of the main feature. So those are the only playoff points that will be given out from Eldora. There'll be no other playoff points given out, just those 5 that'll be given to the winner of the main feature. And 10 drivers will compete in the consolation race so that everybody earns points. Top 10 like I said, top 10 from each heat earn points from 10 to 1. Same thing for the consolation race, because there's only 10 cars in the consolation race. Everybody's going to get points. So everybody is going to earn at least 1 point from Eldora. That way we can keep it fair, and they would compete for a regular season title in terms of points if they make it to the playoffs, and probably get playoff points if they make it to the top 10 in the final regular season points, because none of these points will matter once we get to the playoffs. We'll already decide our regular season champion before the playoffs begin, and the rest of the points won't matter. The championship will only concentrate on the playoff drivers, the 16 drivers that make up the playoffs. But I just wanted to add those points up just to figure out which 10 drivers are automatically eligible for the main feature in Eldora and which drivers have to race their way in to qualify for the main feature since the track only holds 30 cars. So anyway, those are your points. I finally added up all the points. The race points from stages 1 and 2 and 3 are all added up, and Lopez leads by a dramatic margin. We'll see if he can hold that up to become a regular season champion. He does have a win, so he's in the playoffs. So they would earn regular season. The extra playoff points would only be earned to the drivers that make it to the playoffs. So they're all, like I said, there's 16 cars that are going to be in the playoffs, and we'll have we'll have all that. But anyway, one more thing I do have to mention that it's been a while since I posted races, and I do apologize for taking a long time to make new races. I have been busy lately with the new game will be the show 17. That's what my main focus is for this month going forward. I'm doing new content for my main Pichu London channel off that game, and I already posted several full games up on my main channel. If you haven't checked them out yet, you should. They're really good, and I tend to live stream them from for those of you that some of you might notice already. Some of you noticed it already, but I live stream games as well, just in case if the full game that I recorded in Elgato doesn't work out, and you get that game in that place, the live stream presentation as that game instead. So I live stream games. I'm going to be doing franchise mode and Road to the Show. Eventually on my GS channel, on the Pichu London GS channel, the franchise and Road to the Show videos will be up on that channel. I'll still have main games like full games and retro mode gameplay from it will be the show 17 on my main Pichu London channel. But for Pokemon NASCAR Cup Series, Pichu London R, I'm going to try to get back into it. I'm going to try to have more races up more often, but I'm focused mainly on MLB The Show 17. If I don't have a lot of races up for this month, it's because of that. And yeah, this stage format does take time. It's a little longer for me to edit races than before. And I want to make things perfect. I want to make it as best as I could. And so it's because of the stage race format. It's a little longer for me to edit because I have to set up the lineups from each stage, from the finishing order of the previous stage. I have to do all that, and I have to set up those cars just to make sure. And if there's overtime, it goes a little longer. It makes the editing process a little longer if there are overtime finishes. You get the idea. Yeah, it's also I've been busy with MLB The Show 17 and simply haven't found the time to record more races. So I do apologize for having a lack of races lately, but I will try to work on that. I will try to get more races up this month here on Pichu London R. I will try to finish off the season, and then we'll see where the series goes from there. But anyway, those are all the points. That's I just wanted to make this video to let you know who's in Eldora, how the Eldora race is going to work out, and I'm showing you all the points added up so far heading into World Tour 29. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around with us, even though there hasn't been a lot of races lately. But I will work on that, like I said. But anyway. Thank you for watching. I will have more races coming up soon, including the Eldora race. And Pichu London here, signing out.